Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today of course is my summer faves and fails. I do apologise that this is a bit later getting out. I had a very busy summer season so I didn't get, as I warned everybody, I didn't get much done. It's just how it works in my summer season, unfortunately. The things I'm going to talk about in this one, I know the video has not long gone up that these were in, and that's just because, as I said, I was so busy. I was very late in getting that video up. So although it seemed like a few weeks that I've been trying these, I've actually been trying these for the full 3 months because I filmed that way back at the start of summer. So yes, so it was yeah, just the way things worked out. So I do apologise. So I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I was going to force myself to try a new brow gel. And I did. I think I told you it was one that a beauty therapist had recommended. I'm going to talk about that. So anyway, it's called Lash Fridays. And they call it brow sculpt. It's in this little, hang on, let's do it this way, thing here. My camera will focus on it, there we are. Yeah, let me show you the wand. Here it is, so it's a straight up and down. Now, I do not like this. I already miss my favourite Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This, I don't know, the consistency reminds me of like PVA glue, you know, that white. Although it goes on white and clears, of course, I put it on today. I don't know, it's just something about, I find it gluggy, and it's almost like that consistency of like a waxy kind of a, it's not even cream, and it feels sticky when you put it on, and I forced myself to use it though. I was like, you know, got to give it a good chance, a good try to see, you know, try different ways. I also feel a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Cat-candid when I go to use it as well, because my 24-hour brow setter from Benefit, it's got like a paddle, and you can sort of use one side to smooth and the other side, no, one side to put it on and the other one to smooth. This one, it's all the same, and I just feel like I'm, which way do I hold it? You know, yeah. So that kind of drove me nuts. But anyway, as I said, I forced myself to try it, but unfortunately it's a fail. However, if you do like that waxy, it's not even a strong hold. That's the other thing. You think with most wax, that tends to be a stronger hold. It'll hold them in place. Come the end of the day, you know, when I'm about to take my makeup off, I sort of pat it to feel, you know, with my Benefit, you can still feel it's still holding. This is like there's nothing, it's gone. But in saying that, the brows haven't moved, but it just doesn't look like it's there anymore. So of course it's gone. The pencil underneath has started to fade, and yeah, it just doesn't look as nice, you know. So yeah, that was a bit of a letdown, but I was good. I forced myself to try it, to try a new brow gel. Only, yeah. Anyway, but yes, I will probably force myself to try some other brands. This, of course, was through a beauty therapist, so I don't, yeah, I haven't actually looked into it, but I'll link it anyway. If you like this kind of waxy, sticky kind of feel, like you know it's there, you know it's going to hold for a certain amount of time, I will link it down below. I will actually link everything that I'm talking about down below. So that was the Lash Fridays brow sculpt, and unfortunately it was a fail. The blush I tried for the summer season was the Bare Minerals Blonzer. So it's meant to be a, what do they call it? Just a blush and bronzer in one. That was this little one here. So gorgeous. Really, really nice. The packaging's not heavy. I don't know if I mentioned that in the my first try. It's like a really light, I can't even get it open anyway. Light plastic, yeah, not heavy, but good. Look, oh, look at how nice that is. Still really, really nice. Mine was in the shade Kiss of Rose. So they call it the Bare Minerals Blonzer Gen Nude. I'm not sure what the Gen Nude means, but anyway. This was a fave. I love this. Now, bear in mind, if you do not like a bit of shimmer in your blush, then you will not like this. This does have that slight sort of goldy, bronzy sheen. I have it on today. This lighting's won't really show you it, but yeah, so it does have a slight shimmer in it, but it's not full-on glitter or anything like that. So it's that subtleness that I like, because I'm the same. I hate anything that has full-on glitter flecks or, you know, in your face shimmer. So yeah, I loved this. I have a few blushes on the go at the moment. I'm still doing my Sephora one and my, what's the other one, Milani one. So I have a few to choose from, but I've still been trying this one as much as I could. So, and I loved all three of those blushes, the Milani one, the Sephora one, and this one. So it's gonna get very hard to pick a blush to wear. Yeah, so I really, really did like this. The colour stays on, it lasts, it does not fade. I did not use it as a bronzer just because this would be way too dark and it would probably end up going orangey on me. Just because of that slight orange undertone that this particular shade has. And they call this Kiss of Rose, but it's more of a dark peachy kind of a colour, so bear that in mind too. I haven't looked at the other shades. I know there's 5, I think. Or is it 3? It's either 3 or 5. I haven't really looked at the other shades because, as I said, I've got so many blushes on the go at the moment. I'm kind of like, and I've still got some more in my stash, so I'm going, okay, no, I can't buy any more shades. I just have to use what I have at the moment and see how I go. But yes, this was definitely a fave. Like I say, if you like a blush that has a bit of shimmer in it, that's subtle, lasts all day, very pigmented, you do not need a lot, so it'll last you a long time. I would highly recommend this one. Bear in mind it is meant to be a hybrid of the bronzer and blush, but personally I think it's fine just as a blush. If anyone has tried it as a bronzer, let me know. I'd be interested to see how it goes. I guess the shades kind of put me off because you think about a bronzer, it has to be a certain shade not to turn orange or be too dark or too light. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear from anybody who's tried it as a bronzer and how you got on. But anyway, that is a blush I've used for this season. That is a fave. The mascara I used for the season was the Maybelline, the Colossal Curl Bounce. It's this one here. Let me show you the brush, wand, brush, whatever you want to call it. So it has the rounded top on it. This drove me up the wall. To be honest. I mean, big brushes are a problem for me anyway with mascara. I always make a mess. But having one that has quite a distinct curve in it was even worse. It was, no matter what I did, no matter how I tried to turn it or angle it, it was like, oh, this is going to drive me mad. So I persevered though. I used it for the whole season. But yeah, there's a few things I don't like about it. The first thing that drove me up the wall, as I said, was the curved brush. I understand it has a purpose, you know, it is meant to help curl the lashes. Okay, I understand that, but it just drove me up the wall. So that was the first thing. The second thing was it smudged. It says on the packaging, you know, it will not smudge, it will not flake. It actually ended up doing both on me. The smudging was the worst, and it was always underneath down here where it was smudged. And the flaking, although it was minimal, it was still there. But it wasn't every single time, but it was enough to make me go, what's that? Oh crap, now just wipe mascara, you know. So that annoyed me. Then the third thing that annoyed me was I can't stand it up. This is a rounded tube. That's just my label to remind me when I open the bottle. Otherwise I forget. So yeah, it's a rounded tube. It does not stand up. So when I do my mascara, I like to, you know, take the wand out, stand the bottle up. So I've got one hand for my mirror and one for the other, you know, and I'm going, you know, I'm doing it. This, I have to take the brush out, lie it down, careful not to bump it, you know, so nothing spills, or it's just like, oh. And then a couple of times I went to pick it up and dropped it because it's lying down, and it just frustrated me. So that was another thing I did not like. So yeah, so unfortunately this was a fail for me. I did not enjoy using it. It just, then towards the end, I will say, of this summer season, I found myself not reaching for it because I didn't have the time to basically mess around with it. I was like, you know what? No, I'm just going to go to my other mascara. I always have two mascaras on the go at once, so I'm going to tell you about the second mascara in a second. But yeah, unfortunately this, what's it called? Maybelline, the Colossal Curl and Bounce mascara was a fail. The other mascara that I had on the go for the season, like I say, I always have two going at once, is a Too Faced one. This one's called, oh, where is it? Here. So it's the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Yeah, I know. Anyway, this is the bottom. Now this is quite a heavy bottle. Yeah, very, very solid. It has a thick hourglass wand on it. You can see. So a big brush, in other words. This is a maybe. Like I said, I've played around with it. Probably this one was more towards the beginning of summer, in the middle of summer, and then I started to get frustrated with it, and I was like, I only reach for it occasionally. So then I went to this one. There's a couple of things I don't like about it. It has a very wet formula, which what I mean is you can really feel it going on, which you think wouldn't be bad, but then it just ends up smudging on me. It didn't flake, but it does smudge. And this one, I'll give you a wee, hang on, let me find my notes. I'll give you a wee rundown of what it says it's meant to do. So it's meant to be a volumizing mascara. Okay, that's its whole purpose. I would say it does give you good volume, albeit not a lot. Even with a few, sort of 2 coats, it was okay, but by the time you put the third on, it was starting to get clumpy and not the best. So the reason I bought this is because it had rave reviews, and I think it won an award, which made me go, oh okay, well it must be really good. Right, yeah, so over 2,000 of 5 stars. This is available at Mecca. Oh come on, where's the description? Some of these websites, honestly. yes, it was voted Best Mascara in the Mecca Beauty election in 2020. I haven't had it that long, but it was voted Best Mascara. It is a vegan mascara that lengthens, volumizes and separates as you apply. Created in the blackest black, this foolproof lash wonder will make even the most subtle of eye looks pop. Buildable formula, well, yeah. Gives you curled lashes in 2 coats and a false lash effect in 3 coats. I would disagree with that. By the third coat I was going, oh gosh, there's clumps in this. Hourglass shaped wand also curls as you apply for a dramatic lift, and its award-winning mascara is suitable for everything from a glam look to a naturally enhanced eye. Yeah, it's I did try it with a lash curler and it didn't hold the curl either, so that kind of annoyed me. That's the thing about some mascaras, is you'll find they won't hold your lashes once you've curled them with a curling eyelash curler. So I find I put a light layer of a waterproof mascara on first, just a light one, and it seems to be enough to hold it. Then you put your normal mascara on. But of course that's another step, you know, if you're short on time, you don't have to do. So I'm not calling it a fail, I'm calling it a maybe. It's, I don't know, sometimes I seem to get a really good look out of it. Yes, it had volume, not like heaps and heaps of volume, but it had a nice enough look. I went, oh, okay, that looks quite nice. And then sometimes it just seemed to be, oh, okay, this is clumping up, or I don't know. Yeah, so this one is a maybe. So that's the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. The last thing I'm going to talk about was the bronzer I tried. So this was the Tarte, what do they call this? Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer. It's a mouthful. And this one. Another one, the packaging's just amazing. And there it is there. This is magnetic, so it shuts by itself. I loved this. The shade is perfect for me. It does everything a bronzer should. So it warms up the skin perfectly. It doesn't turn orange on me, doesn't look patchy. It lasts. I just loved it. Reaching out for it every day. I only have one bronzer on the go at the moment because when I first read about this, I thought I would try it as a bronzer as well, but the shade is just too wrong for that. So like I said, I only have one bronzer on the go at the moment, and I'm very, very happy with it. I cannot tell you how much I love this. Bronzers are a tricky one because some shades you think, oh okay, yep, no, that looks like it'll have a nice sort of browny tanned kind of a shade, and then you get it and it turns orange on you. Like the everyone raves about the Benefit Hoola bronzer, I think it's called. The browner shade. I think there's a few more shades now. Everyone loves it and they're saying, oh, it's all perfect for, you know, all skin types. No, it's a horrible one. It turned orange. It was horrible. But I've had maybe 2 bronzers that I've loved. This one is my number 1, and another one was just one I stumbled across because I have trouble with shades. I always go for the lightest shade, but of course sometimes it can be too light because it's done for like a fairer skin tone, where I'm fair to light. So I'm kind of in between that, pale but not extremely pale. So yes, the shades are always really, really tricky for me to find that good balance. So, but yeah, this one, however, it doesn't have any claims that it will suit certain skin types or anything like that. It's meant to be universal. I think that was what I read. No, They are made for different skin tones, yeah. So I think there's 3 shades in this. I think there's another sort of medium, and then there's a deeper one. So it's not too hard to choose when you've only got 3 shades. You know, in my case, I'm always going to be the lightest. But when you have 4 or 5 shades, you're going, oh, you know, is the lightest one going to be too light? Is the next one up going to be too dark? It's very, very hard to find that nice balance for a bronzer. So yeah. And if you've never tried a bronzer, it's even worse, because you're like, well, how do I know? The easiest way I found was, I mean, I spent ages researching online, you know, how to match your shade, how to figure out, you know, and it just, honestly, it ended up giving me a headache. And I just kind of went, no, you know what, I'm just going to go in, get a beauty therapist or somebody to match, or at least give me an idea of where to start. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up going to, I think it was Farmers, or was it H&J's? No, I think it was Farmers first. And of course she recommended me the most expensive one on the shelf, and I kind of went, well, you know, I'm not paying that, but thanks for letting me know how to find my shade, or helping me out to figure out, you know, what sort of shade I'd be looking for. And that's how I figured it out. I'm basically the lightest shade, if not the very lightest, then the next one up usually, and if that fails, then I'm usually mixing those two. So it can be really quite frustrating. But anyway, aside from all that, I loved this bronzer. Yes, it definitely does give you that nice suntan sculpted sort of a look. So I really, really do like this, and this was a fave. I know I kind of chucked the mascara and the brow thing into this video, but I just wanted to let you know, like, I can't film every, you know, single new thing I try. So sometimes in the faves and fails, I will kind of stick things in now and then that I've tried and let you know my thoughts. I will have them all listed and linked down below, so you can click on it and it takes you directly to the website that sells it, and it'll let you know. The Mecca and Sephora that I quite often talk about, a lot of people don't know what they are, so I just thought I'd do a quick wee talk about them. So they are 2 online beauty stores. Okay, there are physical shops, but of course they're all up north. So if you don't know, I'm from New Zealand, so these stores are up the top of the North Island, so I'm down the south, so it's not available to me. So they're both online stores. Very, very good. Both have different products, which I love. So it's not both stores have the same thing. It's if you're after a certain brand, one will have it, one won't. They always have deals. Sephora has their tier system where you can earn so many points and become a black tier member, I think, which is the lowest. Then it goes silver and gold, and you get discounts, free stuff. Sephora, you spend so much money, you get free samples. Mecca has a similar system, so they have, I think it's done on how much you spend. You can work your way up through the levels. I think they call them beauty loop levels, and you can work your way up and get discounts on products. And Mecca, you always get free samples, no matter, I think it's a minimum of 25, and you always get a free sample with them. Bear in mind though, if you have like 2 orders in the same month, you'll get the same sample. Okay, so it's better to space it out. If you want a sample of something different, wait till the next month, kind of thing. Yeah, their minimum spend is 25 to get the free sample, where I think Sephora, I think it's a lot more. And I think Sephora, if you've already had the free sample for that month, they will not give you it again in the same month. Price wise, I would say they're on a level. Sephora does have more of what they would call the luxury brands, I guess. Although, in saying that, Mecca has probably a few too, but not as many. Mecca has like your Charlotte Tilbury and what's that one, Westman Atelier, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, and Sephora has more ones that I've never heard of and I'll probably never try. So yeah, that's what they are, online stores. I don't have a favourite personally because I find I buy from both. So, and I haven't had any issues. I've never had to send anything back for damage, or you can exchange or send it back, you know, to exchange it for different shades, different colours, that kind of thing, only if it hasn't been used, of course. Foundations I've never sent back because I feel like if I've opened it and I've used it, I shouldn't be sending it back. So I've never done that. But yes, that's how those stores work. So those links that are down below that you click on for those two stores, you will probably have to sign up or register to place an order with them. But trust me, it's really quick and easy. They both have apps as well you can put on your phone. Super quick and easy. So yeah, that's just how those two stores work. That is it for the summer faves and fails. So like I say, I do apologise for this coming out a bit later than it should, and also the other video coming out just recently because summer was crazy. We didn't have like the best, hottest summer, but I just seem to have a lot on. So, and working, Christmas, you know, everything kind of, anyway. Okay, well, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!